took one trip to the movies this year, and it was to watch this Beetlejuice movie. And I remember for years everybody's like, this movie, they're making a sequel to Beetlejuice, and everybody waited and waited, and it was always false or fake, and then finally it happened, and here it is. And are we satisfied with what we got? Some of my friends that are diehard Beetlejuice fans are they're kind of happy with it. I'm a little mixed with it. But before we even get into that, let's talk about the cover for this. There is a Blu-ray release of this that used a different cover that looks great. There's promotional posters with different style art that looks great. Hell, there is a version of this poster on the Fandango at Home, art for this movie that looks 10 times better than this plain Jane kind of blah cover. Which I know Warner Brothers likes to do different covers for different releases, but I don't know why we couldn't have done something better than just Michael Keaton here looking his age with the Beetlejuice makeup and all this. But nonetheless, we're years down the road from the original movie. Our leading lady is still around. Her father has unfortunately passed away, so she has to go journey with her stepmother and her daughter, back to the old house of which we remember from the first movie. And one thing leads to another, and Beetlejuice is unleashed. And we get a lot of stuff going on in this. We've got a situation where, her daughter right here is meeting this young man who may or may not have a little bit of something else going on besides what he says he's got going on. We've got this lady here who just so happens to be the deceased wife of Beetlejuice, and a whole other story coming after him and kind of like permanently killing other dead people that's, already dead, but she's got a way of taking them out anyway, and she's going after Beetlejuice. So that plot's going on. And also on the hunt for everybody is Willem Dafoe's character, who is a dead cop. So yeah, there is a lot going on in this movie. I feel like there's too much going on in this movie, and it ultimately leads with, her having to rely on him to help her out. So yeah, that's how it is with, that's how it is. Beetlejuice. A lot going on in a pretty long runtime. The first half of the movie just kind of like sets everything up, and Lord, there is a lot to set up. Meanwhile, when we get to the second half of the movie, things kind of settle in, and you kind of get the movie you're looking to get, and you get Beetlejuice being Beetlejuice, and that is when the movie's at its best. So half the movie kind of sucks, the other half is fun. Michael Keaton seems to be having a good time. Winona Ryder seems to be having a good time. Really, all the cast seems to be having a good time. And that is really what matters. And at the end of the day, it's still entertaining enough to be middle of the road for me. So I give it a 2.5 out of 5. Some people loved it this year. Some people hated it. I was in the middle. Kind of wish they'd have kind of cut out some stuff, because I feel like the whole complete story with this girl here could have been removed. I mean, she's basically here just to give us a Corpse Bride reference, I feel. But, Tim Burton took the reins and revisited, movies of the past here with this, and somewhat, maybe makes you feel like maybe we could just left it alone. But hey, it's probably harmless. Although I feel like now we have to at least have a trilogy, so maybe we at least need one more Beetlejuice movie to go along with this one to round things down. That being said, this release looks great. It should look great. It's a new movie. Other than that, slide her out of here. No reverse cover art or nothing of that nature. But you get that ugly cover there. You get the back listing over 2 hours of special features, commentary by Tim Burton, the making of Beetlejuice, and 6 more spooktacular features. So yeah, they give you a lot of stuff here, even if they kind of give you a subpar movie and an ugly cover. But hey, it looks great. That's probably most people's probably just going to care like how it looks as far as the 4K goes, as I'm stumbling and bumbling over my words a little bit. But it's okay, because it's harmless. It just could have been better. But hey, at least we finally got a sequel.